Your prowess in life is entirely up to you. There is no one else that can do it for you. There is no one else that will be able to hold your hand or inspire you on the daily like yourself. And if you don't realize this quick, you're gonna end up living a very monotonous, unsatisfactory life that's gonna end up leading to a lot of your relationships becoming that too. There are lessons in life that we have to learn on our own. Period. No friend, no parent can tell you the depth of the experience without you having experienced it yourself. The loss of someone, failing in a career, something that really requires you to get up, brush it off, and be like, listen, I took this one to the chin, let's keep moving. You need those experiences in life. And if you don't have those experiences, you better go out and seek them. Go out and seek uncomfortable situations that are going to make you think twice about how pleasant life really is. Even this video right now, me telling you, hey, you got to go through some shit. I'll tell you, it's only going to make sense when you go through some shit. For sure. But that's the beauty of life. Right? Because each of us gets the ability to interpret things differently. The 10 people might go through the same thing, the exact same thing, and they will all interpret it differently is what makes humanity beautiful. Is what makes nature and life in general beautiful. So, to some degree, obviously someone's advice is not going to be something that taps into you immediately and you just understand that about life. Obviously, because you are necessarily a different human being. You are a different soul, you have a different way of thinking, emotional state. So, that same thing that happened to that person telling you, that's trying to warn you, console you, will be interpreted and internalized in a completely different way because you have experienced it. So go and seek experiences, always, as much as you can. And I'm guilty of doing this myself, where I get so caught up in the things that I want to do every day that I don't give myself so much time to go and experience new things. Now, unlike most people, I still go into situations that are very likely to make me experience different things, like going to a bookstore or a shop when I could very easily go to Amazon and buy the exact same thing and arrive at my doorstep. I like going out there and having the possibility of something unique happening and hopefully learning something from people and about humanity in general. But most people don't do that. And you might be one of those people. And you might be thinking to yourself, dude, I don't have the time to go and experience everything. Let alone, I heard one time someone told me that I shouldn't learn from all my own mistakes. That wisdom can be accrued from other people. What are you talking about, Tarot? Caveat. Yes, you're right. You're right. Learn from your elders. Learn as much as you possibly can. But there is going to be times in your life where you're vehemently opposed to an opinion. And you're saying to yourself, this is illogical. This is not my life. This is not something that makes sense for me. But the reality is, there's two reasons that you feel this way. One of the reasons is that the person conveying it to you didn't convey it properly. It's always the teacher's fault, as far as I'm concerned. The second thing is, they're necessarily in a completely different place in life than you are, right? And whenever that thing happened to them, their mindset, the way that they think about things, was also completely different. So yes, they're giving you advice based on something that you might not necessarily experience the same way. Thus, the advice isn't all that applicable, now is it? But stories, allegories, anecdotes, these are things to build our data pool, to say wisdom is apparently putting things in the right boxes. Well, what if you don't have enough boxes, right? What if you haven't charted out your life enough to know where something belongs? I hope you get the opportunity to come across something that you're not sure if it gets to fit into any of the boxes that you have to make a new box for it. I hope that happens to you. Because the reality is, those are the exact things that I'm talking about. Those experiences, those novel experiences you need to have in life to make you feel like it's worthwhile and that you're actually going somewhere. And they hurt. They hurt. Let me tell you, losing someone, for them to be gone forever. If you lost someone, I'm sorry. Time heals most any wound. Failing at something, feeling that you're inadequate, I'm sorry. It hurts. It hurts to know what you're looking at in the mirror, what you're waking up with in the morning, but it's fine. You better forgive yourself. You better forgive yourself, but do not forget what you did. Don't forget what you did. Shame is a powerful teacher. Persist, and next time, hope that you have the strength to not make that mistake again. And if you've made a mistake twice, I'll warn you right now, and hopefully you get to learn this sooner or later. I don't believe in coincidence anymore. You make a mistake twice, you're bound to make it again. That's just something you gotta calibrate into your whole system. You gotta put up defenses, barricades for that thing that's gonna inevitably happen to you again. It ain't a coincidence, it's just you. It's your nature. You can break out of it, but you best believe you can break out of it. Otherwise, you ain't going anywhere. There are some things in life that, my friends, you have to experience in order to understand. Being heartbroken for the first time, right? Being rejected. Having sex for the first time. Listening to your favorite artist for the first time. These things are irreplaceable necessities of a beautiful life, right? We need to have these awesome experiences. We need to have fatal attractions. We need to have deep love for our life. In order, well, you might be saying to yourself, what the hell is the end goal of all this? Yeah, fine, I'm gonna go through stuff in my life. Thanks for telling me some things about my life. Sure. But I'll tell you right now, if you start approaching life in a way that you know that you're bound to go and stumble across a situation that's really gonna make you think and really gonna take you back a second, life becomes a lot more fun. It becomes like a game. Every day you can wake up and be excited. Every night you can go to sleep and be excited about tomorrow, so you don't have to stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning running away from what's happening in your daily life. So that you can go to sleep satisfied, saying the things that you wanted to say all along, so that you can die happy tomorrow, ironically enough. It's a beautiful life. Despite all the heartaches and the trouble that you're gonna come across. Despite all the times you're gonna tell people, I told you so. Realize, it's fine. You told them so, but you telling them you told them so really doesn't do too much, because you're forgetting that though they had a very similar experience, it's not the same one. And though they are a human being that had the experience, they ain't you. Right? It might be the lesson itself is morphed all together in their head. Forgive them. You know how to forgive other people? Forgive yourself. You know how to love other people? Love yourself. Do it as much as you possibly can. In the situations that are the hardest, that you know you could be better. You know that you could have done more. You know that you could have been more efficient. Fine. Take it on the chin. Move on. Stronger. These are the things that the most successful human beings in history had to do every time they failed. Every time people looked at them like they're crazy. I was listening to an interview the other day, and this guy was saying, imagine going up to 100 different banks and proposing to them, I want to make a theme park where people run around with fictional cartoon characters while they take rides and listen to shows. 100 different banks said no to Walt Disney. And guess what? Walt Disney made Disney World, Disneyland, Disney period. 100 failures? Changing the entire culture of the world? Are you willing to pay the price? If you are, check out this video right here. Let me show you some of the prices you're gonna have to pay in order to pursue this goal that's larger than life. Remember, actualize your potential. We need you.